Hello, hello, hello. What are you talking about? Twitch? I'm not streaming Dredge. That's wrong. Oh, it did the fucking thing again. Awesome. Uh... 1.3... Again... Final Fantasy 14. Okay. That's corrected. It's still going to save the VOD on Twitch as Dredge, because Twitch is dumb like that. But there's not much I can do about that. Oh well. I like it when streams work, and they just do the thing that they're supposed to do when I start them up. Howdy, Star Pressure. Here, while I wait, now that I've corrected that issue... where was audio? Audio still sounds too loud. Somehow. There. To those of you just joining in, does it actually display that I'm playing FF14 now? Because it loaded me in as still playing Dredge, because Twitch likes to do that sometimes. You see stuff? Also, hey Dalek. What kind of stuff do you see? FF14? Okay. Yeah, I'm just concerned about the title and auto-loaded game, because I had to fix all of that, and it unreasonably annoys me. Hey, Scrub King! Welcome, welcome. Glad to see a new viewer returning. Must mean I did my job well last time. So yeah, we're doing Stormblood 4.3 today. Probably all in one sitting. I did slam my knuckles into a door frame right before we got on, so if my hand starts hurting too bad, I might have to cut out early, but... yeah, it should be fine. It's a weird day. Under the Moonlight, that's the title of the patch I'm playing. Wow. Yeah, just chilling in Kugane for a couple minutes whilst we get bearings. I had planned on starting Ad Infinitum earlier this week as my next spooky game, but I just didn't feel like streaming that day. I watched TV instead and wrote. So gonna do that next week, and then we're back on for the spooky schedules. I may have made some additions or changes to the spooky schedule since the last time I spoke of it, but we'll have to find out whether any of those pan out. It'll be a big surprise for you and I alike. What are you watching these days? I just finished the 5th season of Fargo not too long ago. That's one of my favorite TV shows, and I'm pleased to say that it didn't end with its disastrous, awful dogshit 4th season. 5th season was really good, perhaps the best season of the whole show. And I would highly recommend it to anybody who likes stylish crime dramas. Girls got taste? Oh, thank you. Need to find seasons 4 and 5. They're on Hulu. That's the only place I know of them being legally available to watch. I'm sure you can rent them from somewhere else, depending on your country or region. But that's how I did it. don't watch Season 4. It's bad. It's got some okay parts, but I would say most of it is outright mediocre to bad. Some of the performances are really, really weird in integral roles, and you can tell that the shooting schedule got fucked by COVID because things are set up to happen and then people kind of stand around all season, and then the thing that was set up to happen happens at the end. And it's not really important for the overall plot of the show, because it's in the 50s and it only is relevant to one character's backstory who we didn't need to know about. Also, hey Quickback, welcome, welcome. But yeah, that's my rant on Fargo Season 4. Season 5 is much better, and highly recommend it if you liked Fargo before. Let's, we'll go and stand by the actual start of the patch. It's somewhere, oh, it's at the Ruby Bazaar, okay. Where the last one ended. That is convenient. My knuckles still are not bleeding from having just slammed them into that door frame I just talked about, so I'm gonna assume it's fine. I'll be fine. You're here and definitely wearing pants, Queequeg? I'm glad to know. I'm gonna not press you on that. And just take it at your word. Hi, Tara. Yeah, so fucking Twitch said that I was playing Dredge even though I entered FF14. Because it's just something that it does sometimes. So everybody got a bad notification. Which may mean the people who wanted to see me play FF14 are not going to see me play FF14. So who knows? I'm gonna try not to let it get to me. You should probably tune out, Tara, because I'm on Stormblood 4.3. Hope you have a fun time. Thank you. Love you, babe. Kisses. A quick sip of water before I inevitably have to read multiple minutes of dialogue up front. So when last we did FF14, everyone lied to me. That's it. That's what happened. Everyone said that I was being too harsh on a Garlean, and then it turned out I was not being too harsh on that Garlean. If anything, I was not being harsh enough. So, our trust has been permanently severed. Everything has gone wrong. Let's see what happens next. Gosetsu and Tsuyu. More with these weirdos. Yep, I could tell it wasn't going to be a voiced cutscene as soon as I heard that music. Ah, Rebecca. Impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garleans' part, the Populares, whatever, have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangsha. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Okay, so he wasn't totally lying when he buzzed away. We are actually going to do quote-unquote peace negotiations. Oh boy. Lord Heian requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightaways for the Enclave, then. Lord Heian will be waiting. I trust you'll cope in our absence, Tataru. Perhaps even seethe or mauled. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Alright. What's the dollar odds on Yotsuyu waking up and being evil again in this patch? Because if it's gonna happen anytime, it's gonna be before she leaves the story, which I assume is what will happen if she is successfully prisoner transferred back to Garlemald. I don't know if they're going to follow through, but I have been bamboozled before. Wait, where are we actually going? Oh, all the way... Right, okay. I think her brain damage is going to be more or less permanent, and it's how they are going to stick with her being pseudo-redeemed. But we'll see. Is brain damage considered enough for a redemption arc? Depending on the media and the attractiveness of the character being brain damaged, yes. If she can't remember doing anything bad, then it's like she never did anything bad. I really wish I could just warp to the relevant location, the Enclave, but... it's fine. It's not that much of a hassle. Have I not... I thought I attuned all of the ether crystals here, but... Wait, is this new? Because it didn't show up on my map. No, I attuned it. Huh. Oh well. Remember Sprouts, up through Endwalker, you can skip any unvoiced cutscenes and start with the song Machinations. That's wrong and silly and stupid. Never skip anything. But I mean, you're, like... maybe you're right, but... it's wrong and stupid on principle. Sometimes you need the extra context. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Hien, do you have a voice this time? You do not. Oh, I see my letter reached you across the Excuse me. I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear. And despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Never skip anything, recommend skipping an entire season of Fargo. Well, Fargo's an anthology series. And the anthologies are extremely loosely connected after the second season. Season 4 literally only serves to explain one character's backstory 2 seasons ago, and it's a backstory that kind of sucks and makes them less cool. Where was I? Did I finish this sentence? Recently collapsed, okay. Let me assume I did. Good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly. Which is all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it's high time you received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Rebecca, Alice, shall we? Tell me Gosetsu has a voice. This might be voiced cutscene music. This is voice cutscene framing.
Open wide now.
Okay, we're good. 'Cause I'm not about to do a Gosetsu voice. What kind of freak shit are you doing?
I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
And I'm gonna have to turn down the voice volume now because I forgot it was weirdly loud in some of the cutscenes last time. Not all of them, only some of them. It's so confusing.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
I remember persimmons. I shot people under the persimmon trees.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
It's okay, Yotsuyu was just remembering how to get the secret ending of Sekiro. The true source of her trauma.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Bah!
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending
Oh
your
no!
My
It
lady,
was freak
I
shit.
assure you, this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Okay, he's not taking advantage of the disabled woman. You're off the hook for now, Gosetsu. If he's a samurai, why is he Scottish? Is he Scottish?
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
I don't think he's Scottish. I think he's... I don't know, he just sounds like Uncle Iroh to me. I have no idea who actually voices him. So who knows? Okay, her memories are coming back.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
Faster than expected.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Nigel Betts voices him? Is he an Englishman, a Scottishman? His name is ambiguously European. His name is Nigel. I don't know, man. Yorkshire, England. Okay. One second. Just getting more water. Okay. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Kosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Kosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he's resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He's pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He was, however, strong enough to shrug off multiple gunshots and drowning. He has given his all for Legion land and will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Hey, best girl. Yugiri, out of all of us, I think you would... I would think you the hardest to convince. So what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped. Not once. She's remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there in the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she is good as fasten the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first. I have the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? Best girl, I don't see Ida. Well, you don't see Ida because Ida is dead star pressure. It's Lise now, and she's fine. She's just fine. When I call you Gary best girl, I am of course excluding Fordola from the list, as it would be unfair otherwise. We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We'll meet you at the docks at Tsuyu. Okay. Now let me correct volume balance. That sounds fine. That sounds fine. You know what? Let's just turn everything down a little bit. What is performance? Huh. We'll put that down to like 95. There. Now we should be good. I won't have my eardrums blasted out by voices again. Want to know the craziest lore in 40k? I probably already know it, but hit me. Is the craziest lore that women are allowed in combat? Because that's pretty nuts, if you ask me. Gaunt's ghost makes it a minor plot point that Imperial Guard, widow, and widower families get life insurance payouts. All of them? All of them. All several trillion of them? Trillions and trillions of guardsmen? Huh. I guess it's preferable to live in 40k than the real world after all. How can that much money exist in that setting? Is this like old lore? Is this pre a bunch of important context? Or is this just still how it works? Less than 10-year-old lore. Okay. Wow, can't believe 40k is once again woke. Shall we wait here then? Yeah, Lord Hien should not be long. Oh, it might only be a Sabbat Worlds Crusade thing. I can't imagine it's literally every guardsman everywhere in the galaxy. That would be very strange. And impractical. Alright, what horrors are happening now? My friends, have you seen Yotsuyu? She is nowhere to be found. Bro, has she gone rogue at the end of the first mission? What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Yotsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I don't see color. Yes, my lord, now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow, it was... Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. No, I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Everyone's getting hit with the white woman jump scare now. You can't trust us. We will surprise you. It would seem that Yotsuyu has crossed the river. Kami help me. No good can come of this. Do anything, I guess. Seems Yotsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami help us if somebody catches a clearer view of her face. I must find her before that happens. Technically, didn't your personal journey to discover your identity culminate in a white woman jump scare? I mean, the answer's not no. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hian, now as before. Let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Yotsuyu was headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surroundings, Alpha Node, if you would take the road to Castrum Fluminus. Rebecca, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. Is this going to be another talk to 3 people quest? Because I can guarantee you nobody's going to have anything useful to say. It is, only it's 2 people. Yuzuka Manor. Here you are. Oh, it's one of you. Gross. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, if there is anything you care to know, you need only... A pale-skinned woman? We don't serve those kind around here. I've seen no such traveler, I am sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. And where's the other one who's not going to tell me anything? I've cottoned onto your game. Unusually pale skin. Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction. Okay, that's actually shockingly specific and helpful information for the bar of these kinds of quests. I guess I haven't cottoned onto your game. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Why is one of the Namazu dead? Oh. Do you have anything to say about the flopping corpse in front of you? Nope. Just pretend it's not happening. It's none of our business. I think there is a trial not too far out from here. So hopefully some people are online by the time I get to it. You see no sign of Yotsuyu to the north. Perhaps she's somewhere farther off in the northeast. 4.3 trial is MSQ. Yeah, that's what I meant. In terms of MSQ progression, there's a trial not too far away. And I will need help to run it in timely fashion. But I have no idea when it's actually happening. Could be hours from now before I know, for all I know. Oh, you don't need to worry about it, Quick Greg. I do have other friends who play this game. I've put out an open call. We'll see if anybody is available. Oh, it's a long one this time. Nothing. Yotsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking, wide-brimmed hat. A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Now, is she full evil again? That's all I want to know. Because she's obviously overcome some or most of the brain damage. Rebecca, before you ask, our search for Sakiri and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance for union with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Heian here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? It's a hat right, like 5 feet away from where you're standing. Towards Namai. By the Kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. You must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the paddies. The village square is yours.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Okay, never mind. She's not overcome the brain damage. She just remembers a cool fruit. She says persimmon wrong? Me or Yotsuyu? Persimmon. Yotsuyu? I don't remember how she said it. But she's literally got brain damage, so can you blame her?
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She has brain damage and the unfortunate affliction of being British.
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
What's the plan here?
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
Well, if anyone's gonna ram a pitchfork through her chest right now, it's gonna be you, we say. You have more reason than any named character.
What did I do?
Nothing. Nothing, dear. You did a lot of things while pretty, which balances out.
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead!
She is dead. This is just some other girl who happens to look a little bit like Hitler.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed. though Yotsuyu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
See, she apologized. Redemption arc.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry.
The fuck is that? Is that what a persimmon looks like?
Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Looks like a tomato to me. Looks like no persimmon I have ever seen. Well, I guess there are different subtypes of persimmons, depending on your region.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Only no persimmons from Sekiro. They sell them at my local grocery store, but I've never bought one. I have no idea what it tastes like. I mean, it's got to be good if it has such spiritual significance, right?
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
And so the mercy of innocent children wins out. Someone's gonna try to burn her house down. I'm planting that flag in the sand right now at the top. So when it happens, you'll all think I'm very smart. Alright, what next, Ian? Ah, that would have been better avoided. But at least it did not end in bloodshed. Judging by Suyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. Ha, and they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around. Let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphanode and Alice should still be there conducting their search. How many quests is this? Is this patch? Just so I have an idea of length. I think I'm on number 3 now. That's 7? Okay. Not too bad. Of course, we are already 45 minutes in to be on number 3, but we'll see. 5 is the trial, okay. Good to know. Seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. 'Tis time to meet with the ambassador. Hey, look who it is. It's Garlemald's best boy. With his bitch-ass bob cut.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
How does anybody trust, even at first glance, this man? His voice is so suspicious. It's barely even a twist that he's evil. You did? No, I didn't. I was suspicious the whole time, and then you guys shamed me into not suspecting him.
Forgive us our late arrival.
I was scrupulous.
You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the selfsame spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
She remembers that she was Goebbels.
So I see. But all need not necessarily
but she's still
be lost.
Morally
In
pure.
anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Oh boy. Xenos. Hmm?
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look, well.
Mom and Dad, I'm assuming? Oh no!
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Aren't you nostalgic for being sold? It was such a good time. Wow, so Asahi, you were a complete bitch even as a child, it seems.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
I hope you're the guy I'm gonna punch at the trial. I can't think of anyone better right now.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Oh, tricky word choice. I like it.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
When Garlemald does it, it's conscription. But when you guys do it, I'm glad we're not giving up Fordola. I really thought that was in the cards. Knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphinaud. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. Okay. Give me... like 2 minutes. I need to go get something at my front door. Be right back. Please be patient. I have returned. I hope you all didn't die in the interim. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu,
Do you remember the...
Are you awake?
Sorry, Hien. Star Pressure asked, do you remember the milk and cigarettes? I got the milk. Cigarettes are bad for your health. I bought vape cartridges instead.
My lord, come in, come in.
How's Yotsuyu doing? Oh, hey, Dose. Welcome, welcome. She remembered that she was a horrible, horrible war criminal. And Asahi triggered her by bringing in her parents. That's where we're at.
When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she brought for me.
So she became hot again? Well, she doesn't... She's not back to being a war criminal.
weariness
She just
and
remembers that
retired
she
to her
was.
chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
As far as I know, she's still mentally, like, 7.
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Asahi went to a Vshoujo member stream and showed their old transphobic tweets, basically. Now, that's not fair. All the problem children are they're done with Vshoujo as far as I know. And good riddance. They didn't need Nyaners or Vebe or whoever else it was that got kicked out.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
You and me both, man. Did I tell you he called me, like, hero of savages or whatever?
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
Unfortunately, Hien, I know that there is a trial in a couple of missions, so I'm going to guess it's not without incident.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
We may be staring down the barrel of an incident.
I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum.
I didn't.
The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Should I have noticed mysterious crates in the background?
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Gone?
Gone.
I
Again.
beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
Wait, didn't you guys have her on watch after the last time that just happened? You said you were going to keep her under 24/7. Oh, whatever.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell.
You didn't even have a lock? Do you not have a guy outside her door?
She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties.
Hien, you're very bad at your job. This literally just happened. .3 is more fun than it is smart. I'm seeing that so far. I kind of want her to run away a third time now, just to make it a clean set.
Help! Help!
What? Huh? Oh, hey.
Help! Help me!
Good riddance. I'm shedding so many tears right now.
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me.
Okay.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Gonna follow in the path of Xenos. Probably with the same outcome. Also, she does appear to be back into adult mentality, which is good. Now she can be hot again.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What you doing out here in the dark?
Your face is extremely uncanny, lady. I'm glad you're about to die, so I don't have to keep looking at it all patch.
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Okay, what are you actually getting out of this right now? What's your goal here?
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure.
What are...
We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine.
Okay, so you just can't keep it in your pants.
I don't deserve this.
You cannot hold the abuse back for 5 minutes. That's fine. You're gonna get what you
dear,
get.
That'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament.
Sometimes FF14 makes its evil characters so evil it's almost funny. It's series tradition, right?
You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe
no.
enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
I don't like the little sniff snort he did before he said that. Question is, who's going to kill him? Is it going to be her? I think she's just going to do it herself. Oh no, she's back to old Yotsuyu, isn't she?
Ah, my beloved parents.
Yep.
No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty.
Okay, my bet was correct.
Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be.
She could have been, if not for these fuck-ass parents, she could have been adult and sad. Now she's adult and evil again. Happens too often in life, I tell you. We're all in agreement she deserves to do this. In this case, yes, I'm rooting her on. Go, baby girl, go.
Very
After
well.
that, we'll have some questions.
If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it.
You do you, honey.
To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world?
While you were abusing and selling me, I was training with the blade.
For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies.
Normal people scare me, says Yotsuyu.
And it begins with you!
Oh, that was good. I like that delivery.
Yotsuyu!
What?
Damn, girl. You kind of only have yourselves to blame for not just getting out of the way. Also, literally, what did you think was going to happen? Hey, Asahi.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Now do a third. Third running stab, come on. Keep your combo going.
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
You barely thought about it once. That's why you should, you know, knife's still in your hand. Quick. While I'm still justifying your actions.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed.
See, he's a good brother. He gave her sister this moment. But
surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
He's just egging her on to... I don't even know. She's gonna nuke Doma or some shit. Because of this guy. You just can't see past his race. Whatever. Whatever. I tried to give him a chance. And was immediately stomped down into the dirt for daring to think that there were any good Garleans.
I don't want to die.
Lol. Lamau, even.
Any sign of her? What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing.
You did less than nothing.
You say she left with her brother?
Yeah, and I would actively say you've made the situation worse. With your direct negligence.
Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
I like Hien. I do. He's probably my second or third favorite Stormblood character. However, this is not a good showing. This is not him at his best. We've recovered the nearest word. Their remains, and I will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. Broke the news to Kosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Listen, I don't care if Hien is the biggest himbo in the world. Posting literally one guard outside of this woman's door after you already said you would do that. That's A child could do this. Hien is now sub-child intelligence. Hien sort of forgot about the Iron Fleet. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is by any measure a cruel twist. Definitely not the most predictable thing that could possibly happen with our course of action. Not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. Oh, you know, guys, you win some, you lose some. Can't keep all of the damaged women. What I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. And that's to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminus is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The Citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure it would not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. What's that? Apparently The Rock will not be doing a triple threat with Cody and Roman. Oh, I saw those reports too. I don't believe them. I think they're working the dirt sheets. That or, like, they're gonna do their match at Survivor Series. Because they have lied to Dave Meltzer and crew before. Many, many a time, especially since Triple H has taken over. Rock is definitely going to have his Cody and Roman match, for sure. Somewhere. May not be at WrestleMania. It'll probably be at WrestleMania, though. I still don't buy it. I think it's a lie. But who knows? Don't really know Meltzer beyond the Mr. McMahon doc. Is he good people? Meltzer is, to my understanding, a decent dude. So for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about Dave Meltzer, wrestling journalist. He seems like a decent dude. He's said some questionable things in the past, but Jim Cornette has said much worse. He's kind of an idiot. Sometimes. He's very knowledgeable about wrestling and very non-knowledgeable about literally anything that isn't his special interest, is how I would describe him. He thought brain surgery on a wrestler who had like a brain disorder literally meant taking the brain out of the skull and then just putting it back in. Yeah, I guess he is kind of like you, Queequeg. if you're willing to admit it. Is that not a thing? Not like a brain transfer or anything like that. Like, I believe it was Shibata. I don't remember his full name, but New Japan wrestler. He had a series of concussions and he needed brain surgery because it got like real bad. And he reported that they took the brain out of his skull cavity and then put it back in, which is not a thing that they do for nearly any kind of brain surgery. It's just not how it works. You can't do that. Did you think that was how it worked? Yeah, okay. You are Dave Meltzer. For all I know, you're his alt. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. Confederate Sekibun, on the other hand, would require only a single run and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. Hey, Bachi, welcome, welcome. This music is very fitting. Yeah, machinations. Machinations. And I won't be alone, will I, Rebecca? You can count on me. I'm the main character. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parlaying with pirates again. It's a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. So I'm, like, what? One mission away from the trial? Or on the mission of the trial? I don't remember what number I'm on. But I know the trial is 5 out of 7. I'm certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we should ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alfindode and I shall be about our task. Trial is the primary agreement, thank you. I don't think that's this mission. So it should be the next one? We should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short and Rasho may take some convincing. Alright. Off to deal with pirates again. In my favorite area of the game, the Ruby Sea. Tell me I don't have to do a fetch quest for you. Now there's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha. What fine subjects you would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration's efforts will be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. Now, and I presume to treat you thus, I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? They're pirates, Alisei. Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? They're pirates, Alisei. Have you heard of pirates, little miss? Thank you, Tansui. You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due, and we're taking it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alisei. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk. There's more to be said. Luffy's a pirate and he does good things? Well, Luffy's usually motivated by self-interest or indirect self-interest. There's surprisingly few times throughout One Piece where he's actually an altruist. Like, even as far as Wano, he's like, man, these guys should help themselves. Being lazy. Then he learns bad things, and he's like, okay, fine. At worst, Luffy is a privateer. No, because privateers are the 7 warlords. They're the pirates who work directly for the government, which is what a privateer is. The Straw Hats are more like marauding adventurers, although they do steal treasure twice. Alright, cutting my nerd shit here. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. As you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. We should not be welcoming strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? Please change the name of this organization, I beg of you. I know it's just a word, but... Sorry, I just had to answer a text. We're not going to talk about states' rights, okay? We're not going to talk about the war of Doman aggression. You not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. It has not the Confederates been need new recruits. You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garleans' hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels attack, so few pirates attacks them. We could do with more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well. The Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. God damn it. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks must at best be free of cracks. Are we gonna have to gather materials and repair the fucking ship? Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you'll do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. Okay, I guess that's not too bad. That is, if Doman lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a trice. One second. Just being texted about an apparently broken glass that I have no idea about. Hope you leveled a crafter. Dude, I would shit myself. If they made crafting requirements part of the MSQ, I would just stop. I would just stop. Ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. I thought I had a knack for parlaying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Ho 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 ho. Pirates. How fun, how whimsical. Well, well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Even flying across it, it takes so long. Such a bad area. Ruby Sea rules, though. It's picturesque. It sucks ass to navigate, especially before you unlock all the ether currents. I've said that from the beginning, and I will say that until death. Leveling the Kojin requires you to do side quests all over the Ruby Sea for 30 plus days. Jesus Christ, Yoshi P. Oh, hang on 1 second. 1 second again, she says. Okay. Oh, did I fly towards the wrong fucking... Because there's 2 quest markers active in this zone. I got bamboozled. That was for Hell's Lid. Seriously, what the fuck is with this thing? I know that it's the... whatever it's called, Heaven on High, the equivalent to whatever that leveling dungeon thing is. But the existence of it and the fact that nobody questions it here befuddles me. It's okay, I'm never going to actually do it, so I won't learn if there is any lore. There isn't? Baffling. Very weird. No signs of damage. Howdy, Hien. Small crack in one of the planks. Okay. Now, am I going to have to go harvest planks to repair the ship? Is that how we're extending the patch time? Let's find out. Hi, I'm the shipwright, or apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I expected seems solid enough. Everyone else was bad at their jobs. I found the one crack. On the port side near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Ian. The captain sent you to inspect the hull? Kami, have mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. 'Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. Someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. Doesn't seem very pirate-like if you're not free to leave. How fares Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. So you've met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles whenever he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see if they are provided for. That's what I thought. It'd be very weird if part of the agreement to become a pirate is you're a pirate for life, and if you try to leave, we kill you. I've heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is the oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. Okay, so it's arbitrary. That's more pirate-like. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them. The yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yangxia or out on the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Inahashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Okay. We didn't have to gather planks. Oh, you're back at... all the way over here. Can I still can't warp directly to your... Okay. Even though you have an ether crystal there. That seems dumb. You never will? Then why even bother putting an ether crystal there? That's what those things are for. I guess if you want to designate it as your home spawn, but who wants to do that? The Enclave is a piece of flat land. Doesn't even look cool. I think you need to upgrade the Enclave more. Upgrade the Enclave? This is a side thing? Or... Oh, sell stuff to them. Well, okay. It's, in my opinion, if the Aetheryte is there as an extant thing, then it should be an active teleport, but that's just me. I don't make the rules. Oh. It's not canon that it's there, then why bother putting it there? This doesn't matter at all, but I'm still vexed about it. It seems Yugiri and Alphino had completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We scattered the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the kami these precautions were unnecessary. The fuck are these? I don't know. Here we go. The primary agreement. Hey, Ryong. Welcome, welcome. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see that they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank not far from the castrum. It's time for peace negotiations. Actually, it would be faster just... It would be slightly faster, just go back to the mine. I'm surprised I'm already 5 missions in out of the 7. This will probably end up being a shorter patch stream than the previous ones, but I'm not complaining. I'm not feeling quite as energetic as I usually do over these, so... We shall see. Although maybe whatever happens in this trial will wake me up. Your party is assembled then. Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That, and whatever else Asahi has planned. Regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you safely home. And all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. Here we go. Ooh. Got some Ratchet and Clank music going. Okay, the fuck are those? Now I know what mysterious boxes they're talking about. Those look like sarcophagi.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
They each contain a single Xenos.
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
Don't trust this little shit as far as you can throw him.
I confess I had not expected such compassion. Welcome though it is.
I know you're stupid, Hien, but please be smart.
But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Thank you.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Oh, she's got the old dress and everything. Oh, God. And she's back to crack smoking.
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Naori, widow of Sashihai.
So you briefly beat the you beat the habit. It's a shame to see you backslide.
Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire.
Hit that crack pipe, Queen. Hey, Jill, welcome. So I'm so curious whether this is actually going to stick.
Acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
Because if she just goes back to being a villain exactly the same way she was, literally what was the point of the past 2 patches? Oh yeah, that rock's hitting.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
Okay, but the way her face is lit right now... Yeah.
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Good God, girl. Oh, she's summoning a primal. Remind me what world you're on? I'm on Leviathan. Are you gonna summon...
What has she done?
What could you summon? We've kind of run through all the obvious picks.
This is a summoning.
She's summoning bigger Yotsuyu. Yeah, true. It doesn't have to be a recurring monster. I'm just like, I don't know anything that has been talked about. She's summoning the moon. Okay, she is using the Bahamut. That's what she's doing. The fuck? Oh. It is just bigger Yotsuyu. With a bigger crack pipe. Okay, well I finally get to fight her.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed.
You
Abandon the
bitch.
captives and make preparations to withdraw.
You absolute... Oh my god. Oh, my head is in my hands with this fucking guy. Oh.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
Yeah, he set up his sister to do a summoning, and is using her as an excuse to not follow through with any of it. I entertained the possibility that even though he was bullshitting about being nice, that he might legitimately at least want to moderate some peace for the sake of his country. No. He is exactly what he looked like. I am vindicated.
As you command.
Fucking ruse cruise over here.
My lord, you must fall back!
My spear is very cool.
You ask me to run?
A strategic withdrawal. The Joestar family's secret technique.
Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours.
Go, Hien. You have more girls to lose sight of.
We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
What do you mean, what he looked like? He looked like a bitch, that's what.
You would not flee.
And I was right.
I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours.
Oh. Okay, well, if that's the voice you're gonna do now.
But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
I'm real glad you can't see the faces I'm making right now. Does this count as blackface? No, this is just it's that Twilight Zone episode where everybody is half black and half white. And it's a very confused racism allegory.
I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorman. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
I'm fine. I'm okay. Everything's good. Alright. Let's fight you, and I'll try not to be distracted by your voice lines. Alright. Whoever's gonna help me with Yotsuyu / Tsukuyomi. Now is your chance. Thank you. Okay, Pachi got there first. I think you can save yourself the effort, Queequeg, if you're having to DC travel. It's just a 4-person, right? Or is this an 8-man? Oh, it's 8? Okay, maybe we do need some extra hands. We'll get randos no matter what, but... you know. Okay. Alright. Can I add people to the party if I'm not the party leader? Otherwise, Pachi, you will have to add Queequeg. Yeah, don't worry, Jill. I'm not expecting you to pay for a sub again just for this. It's all good. Feel free to just spectate. Ba 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 ba. Here, whilst I wait. We do what must be done. No, stay in the position. Alas. She will know my fealty soon enough. Hello. Why are you Tim Tebowing? I just barely get that reference. Just barely. I know that's a footballer. Alright, is anybody else gonna jump in for Tsukuyomi, or we just run in with randos from here? Oh, hey, Quickback. Who's Dari? Well, whoever it is. I guess they're helping. Sign us up. It's Castrum Fluminous. Here we go. That was quick. Hopefully the trial is just as quick and painless. Because now there's extra pressure. They said in party chat that they don't have a Twitch account but have been watching. Oh, hello, then. Hello, my viewer, Dari Tayun. Thank you for popping in to help. It is much appreciated. Maybe make yourself a Twitch account. It's a fun time we have in these streams. Gotta take a nice hit for the road before the fight. Alright. How are we doing this? Remember my ground rules for commentating on my performance in FF14. Well, I probably should have had the chat window up. I guess if I need to know anything, just let me know in Twitch chat.
Oh, it's going to be a long...
Okay, let's do that. will just attack as usual. Share the torment. Oh god.
Your end is near.
Okay, one of those hits. That's fine. Dodge most of it. So far, not too bad. Please stop moaning in my ear, it's very distracting. Huh? Oh. Right. That's self-explanatory, I think. Whoa. What? I understand it feeds on my spite, on my suffering. Whoa, okay. Okay, she's got enraged now. I gotcha. Well, this is beautiful. Whatever's happening. She's having a whale of a time. We get them all? I think we got them all for now. Oh, they're... Oh. Phantoms of her loved ones, quote-unquote loved ones. Come to deliver judgment for my failure, cut me down then. It's surely a simple task. Is that Xenos? Spectre of Kosetsu. Oh, yeah, Spectre of Xenos. Okay. This is neat. This is something. Must survive, Yotsuyu. The kami spared us, and we cannot repay that boon in death. Okay, who's next? Night moon shall flower here upon the site of my demise. Oh shit. Okay, it's been a minute since I got a Soken track. This rules. Fuck. What killed me? Oh well. Not much of a problem when I gotta be... Oh god. Now things... Okay, now things are happening. on, we almost got her.
I shall prevail.
Down to a quarter. Go for things. Go for things. God damn it. Have a battle litany. I don't know if it's helpful right now, but it's fine. Oh, she's actually almost dead. Okay. Well, we can finish this. Yay! That was cool. Not too bad of a fight. Great track. I only panicked a little bit. How did I do? Not too terribly, I hope. Well, I did die literally at the last second, so that probably says not great things. Okay, fuck it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, Dari Tayun. Is she brain damaged again? I'm not sure. Her hair is white. Sometimes that means moral alignment has changed. You died because you got too many stacks of light or dark. I don't know what that means. I was not able to blind fire after saying, oh! Okay. Swear to God if that was Asahi. Yep. Oh, you little shit. Okay, well, she's not. I don't think she's having an actual redemption arc.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
Okay, so peace negotiations are off. All of his guys have left the room. All of my guys have left the room. It's just you and me. There is no drawback to chokeslamming you through the floor like Undertaker. And then shoving our spear down through the floor to meet you. Like, if you leave the cutscene alive, I'm going to be very cross. You are
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
You are a clear and present danger and a saboteur to our immediate goals.
Will you surrender to anger, then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Well, you're not an emissary anymore. We're not negotiating for anything.
You cannot, of course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
You burned those bridges, dude. Don't you Gmod pose at me. Warrior of Light isn't allowed to do anything in cutscenes because Lalafels exist. Damn. Damn. The whole species was a mistake after all. Can somebody... Can somebody get a couple screenshots of this fucking doing this stank-ass pose? I think this is gonna be my thumbnail. This is outrageous. I cannot believe he's going to just get away with this when we're the only two people in the room. Okay, I'm gonna assume you all got your screenshots. Send them to me.
But I'm forgetting.
Wherever.
They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
You missed the trial and then the most egregious series of actions I have yet seen a character take in this game. Since the death of Telechi Adelechi. My god, dude.
It should have been mine.
Oh, it was such a shame how Asahi died nobly in the line of duty fighting Tsukuyomi. With his 78 stab wounds.
Upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
That's that petty, huh?
No one alive loves him more than I!
Bro.
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless
Bro.
piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Bro. Please tell... Who was it? Who was it? Who got him? Was it you?
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Yeah! Okay. Yotsuyu, everything is forgiven if you manage to actually kill this fucking loser.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
Get fucked.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied.
They're putting those Hildebrand animations to good use. You're alright, Yotsuyu. Yeah, twisted a little bit. Torsion his testicles on the way out.
Dear brother, I saved the last of my strength just for you.
I was so afraid that that we were just going to let him walk away and he was going to be a further antagonist for 0.4 and 0.5 onwards. But you know what? We did it. We got him. We didn't get him, but you know, I distracted him, I guess. I was there. I
What's
was
the
moral
matter?
support.
The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Send this negotiator to the penis explosion chamber. I guess Setsu will be sorry to see you go.
He will mourn to you, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
I think either of those would have been good options, but I wanted to remind her of the one guy who actually showed her any love. Yeah, you. Gosetsu is all of us. At the end of the day.
Lord Xenos.
Okay. Now's our chance to get some hits in. No! The Animus cutscene.
Lord Xenos.
Oh, is this how we find out he survived?
I am at your disposal.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Holy shit, your new voice.
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
No, yeah, I know it's the same VA, but he's just doing a... Yeah, he got his throat cut. It makes sense. Today is a good day for previous characters getting voices that send Becky into the vapors.
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
So...
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon.
It was Xenos' plan.
I will instruct you in the necessary steps.
For a second, I dared to think that maybe he was enough of a bitch that even Xenos was like, yeah, just do a straightforward rescue mission. And Asahi was like, no, I want to fuck this all up. But no, it makes sense that Xenos is behind this. Think about something? What's something I'm thinking about, quick? Is Xenos talking like he usually does? Or what? What's the alternative?
Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable. But as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so.
Does it seem like a plan Xenos would have come up with? I don't know. I mean, he has made use of an icon before. I imagine there's more going on with him.
The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
He's certainly more verbose than usual in how he expresses these ideas.
My lord, Ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of
He's
repaying
kinda...
your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost.
Okay. I'm gonna voice the thought that just popped into my brain as I was thinking on that. I don't want to see any kappas or smiley faces or any other subtle hints of whether I'm right or wrong in the chat when I say this, okay? Because I don't know anything about what's gonna happen with Xenos, other than that Xenos is back and is the final boss. He's kind of talking like an Ascian. That's all. That's my entire observation. Okay? Now leave it there, leave it on the table. Don't do anything with it, don't touch it. If you have something to say, keep the thought in your back pocket.
But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
That is true.
The icon
Technically,
is
there were 8 of
merely a
us.
message.
I said
Pacifist teachings
Ascian,
of the Popularis
not
spread
Ascian.
through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face.
Okay, that is a very not Xenos thing to say. I would also eat his Astos. You are not alone. But I think that went without saying. D8 is not canon. I know. I get it. Whenever there's a canon thing, they mention, oh, you bring your friends to this thing, like when we did Ravana. But nah.
You
this was just a fight.
will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
What is up with you? I don't know whether to think you've been possessed by an Ascian, or whether you've, whether you ate an Ascian.
I will not fail you,
on the
my lord.
on the other side. I don't know. I'm completely in the dark here. Could have nothing to do with the Ascians at all. I mean, I imagine it will, because they're the main villains, but... No, big shrug. Excited to learn.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He came at me pretty hard last time. Yeah, I know there is precedent for both of the things that I just said. But there are a multitude of options. We still have several expansions to go. Much time to clarify this. Oh, I'm excited. Things are happening. Oh, also, hi, Gosetsu. Sorry you failed utterly. This never would have happened.
She is gone.
All of this could have been avoided entirely if Hien had just locked the door or put a guard outside. On either of the times she got out.
Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Xenos is the golf bag sword guy, yes. He's cool. I killed him already, or technically I beat him and then he killed himself, but he's back. Sorry, Gosetsu. It's all your fault, Hien.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster.
Don't worry, Gosetsu, she'll find a door and use it as a raft.
Empire was beyond saving.
Yeah, no, we were
Lord
never
Hien.
going to make peace with the Garleans. Are you crazy?
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
Eh?
I entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Were there some true believers under him, actually? This seems much more important to say, although nobody will believe me.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
Perhaps this guy's alright.
Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I'm really happy that we're jumping on this immediately and not leaving it. Like, I kind of thought we weren't actually going to get answers for this until Shadowbringers. Yeah, we buried him. He was interred.
I have no doubt you believe what you say.
I mean, it can only be the Samassians teleported his corpse out of the grave, right? And did some ritual shit on him? I don't know.
But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
One might say, an imposter. Among us.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Word. Okay, you're alright. Maxima, you are exactly what I hoped Asahi would be. God, Becca, that was so 2020 out with the times. Shush.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Maxima is one of the good ones. A credit to his people. An example of his race, yes. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I got distracted. Got distracted by the racism.
I sense treachery awaits you there.
We can literally just. I hope Maxima just says, "Oh yeah, he died bravely in battle, and we went according to plan." Sorry?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Pardon?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
And you don't want to bring the Warrior of Light? Or your sister? Or anybody who can...
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
This seems like a poor choice, Alphino.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
He's trying to get pegged by Maxima? Yeah, that's fair.
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
Probably easier to hide one random elf boy on the whole crew,
or the audience
than a whole crew
there
of
I
a
can
famous
make a
warrior.
difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Now, Alphino, Since A Realm Reborn, a great many of the plans that you have personally come up with have backfired on us grievously. However, I'm willing to trust you this time, because they probably won't have you killed off screen. I believe in you. I do not want this twink obliterated.
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Bye. See you in Shadowbringers. Man, that was so crazy, Hien. You should have been there. Can't believe Asahi tripped on his own gun and shot himself in the face 70 times. I need water. I knew Asahi was planning some measure of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice. She chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. No wonder Kosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibun before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. Tripped and landed on all these bullets and also my penis. Oh, it's so crazy how that got there. Never underestimate the magic of this dome and land. Garleans! Look at their uniforms, shoot them!
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
So there's really 2 missions after this? I feel like we've already hit the climax, surely. I imagine they can't be very long, but we'll see. There's always a stinger. Yeah, I guess. We did it. Ugh. Good thing too, because I'm getting a little tired. Yes, this is basically the real end to Stormblood. I figured as much. I'm aware of the pattern now that point 1 to point 3 are the actual end to the expansion, and then point 4 to point 5.6 is the lead up to the next expansion. That's a good structure. I like it. Nice, clean little narrative arcs. What just happened was not as crazy as the Heavens Word point 3, but it was cool. What in God's name did you do to yourself, also?
What have you done?
It doesn't look too bad on him.
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
Aw. He's become a monk. I guess that's goodbye then. Unless we run into him in a future expansion.
All of them?
Bye. I'm not going to keep him from leaving. If he wants to leave, he needs to leave.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over.
That's sweet.
Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh, and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before.
Now imagine seeing that cutscene as a fucking Lalafell.
And with that, I take my leave.
Kasetsu's like, oh fuck, what happened to Alphino? Alphino's dead. He shot himself 70 times alongside Asahi. I'm sorry you had to hear this from me. Off to find other girls with brain damage. Well, if we just give Fordola a clonk on the old noggin, maybe she'll fulfill the standards for you freaks. Ah, Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kienkan. I thank you properly. Finally, that's a long-ass mission. I should think he was expecting me, doorman. He literally walked in front of me. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern. Mayhap... Hold on. Throat's starting to give out. Mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Till then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. A nation in which soldiers never need to be without war. Some kind of outer heaven. Yeah, I'm just choked up because I'm so afraid of Xenos. It's real, it's canon. I confess, I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace has go some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts. And in Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Calm down, orchestra! Yotsuyu could never truly replace his daughter. I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that mean the kami had been so minded? Or would that the kami had been so minded? Even now, I labor to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death, with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? Oh right, he was her stepbrother. I didn't make any "what are you doing, stepbro" jokes. Damn. We'll never have the chance again. That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us. I'm sorry. Sasuyu. Yes, brain is fully rotted. I've been watching fucking Fuwamoko clips all week. I'm fully brain rotted. She brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Bow bow, yes. Bow bow indeed. Can't believe Asahi bow-bowed himself 70 times in the back of the head. Dying nobly in the line of duty. Under the Moonlight. That's the title of this patch. Are you sure this isn't the last quest? Because usually the title of the patch is the final, thing. It is not? You got two? Okay. Weird. It's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. Before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Rhalger's Reach. Boy, I hope these last two quests are not very long, because my throat is beginning to fail me. And my tongue. Make your own jokes. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Okay. To Rhalger's we go. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Lise, I'm sorry to say, nothing we did meant anything. It was all for naught. Lise, he's a Zambo. He's some kind of risen dead. A specter. A phantom. Don't tell me you're not going to give voice dialogue to this cutscene. We're not going to give voice dialogue to this cutscene. Okay. Isn't Hildebrand technically a zombie? Yes. He's been a zombie since we first knew him. Conclusion. Hildebrand is actually disguised as Xenos right now. That's who's giving the orders. I mean, Godbert was part of the MSQ. There's nothing saying Hildebrand can't be. Rebecca, Alice, you're back. Now, Alphanode? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald, from which he will come back pregnant. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But if this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Say psych right now. Oh, how strange that Alphanode chose to take this trip to Garlemald coinciding with his 18th birthday. How very peculiar. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. While I might doubt the word of Imperial Envoy, I'm inclined to trust Rebecca's. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. It was him all along. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter among us. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Halls, gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Oh, hey, Thancred. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? I do not remember what Thancred's voice is. So I'm just neutral. Alphanode had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until the operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard. Is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? Much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. When there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhoe. Bloodhoe? In the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not to upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you are in charge until I get back. I love you, Minago. Please get more story focus, Minago. Okay. Let's go piss on Xenos' corpse. Okay, which of these is going to be faster? That one. Minago gets more time in crafting stuff, really. Interesting. That's cool. Maybe I will do a crafter eventually when I'm caught up on story content. Then I can hang out with my girl. Oh. Man, I'm glad Asahi's dead. Just bears repeating. Oh, didn't mean to talk to you, Thancred. This is it. Gods, it better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had scrubbed it off. Thought no more about it. No one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we were presented with one course of action. Did we have to bury Xenos in our graveyard? We could have just tossed him into the lake and tied him to some cement blocks. But I guess they don't do it that way in Alamigo. We best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? We could have also burned the body. I actually thought we were going to. That seemed logical, but...
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Yup. Would have been fucking crazy.
I only hope it isn't walking around.
It would have been fucking crazy if Xenos' corpse had still been in the grave, but he was also actually still just walking around for real. That would have been cool. Who? Whomst? Who the fuck are you? Who is that? He just came out and made a menacing face like The Rock. And now he's gone. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An imposter. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alpha Note's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body. It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Now, if he is being possessed, I have to imagine it's not going to be for very long. Because I know how prominent of a villain Xenos is going to be for the rest of this entire multi-expansion arc. And I can't imagine we're just going to be fighting an empty shell with an Ascian inside of it. Remember that Thancred is living with permanent magic disability because of that? Yeah, it's fucked. It's sad. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He's good cut his own head off. Anyway, Raubon needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Rogger's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due another crisis. Tataru low diffs Thancred. Yeah, she's powerful. Tataru fucks. Thancred doesn't. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Oh, thank God, a green check mark. Oh, hey, thanks for bringing me here. That's very convenient. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Ishtola is on her way and should be here any... Ah. Oh God, another cutscene. Tell me I'm not in for another, hour of cutscenes before I can go eat. Say, Rebecca, it is good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the East? Oh man, you've missed so much shit, Ishtola. It's like you're not even in this game anymore. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Rebecca? Nay, Alphinaud had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he had become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the Paragons like as not. It is insane that Y'shtola is the face and crossover representative for this game. Absolute malarkey. But she's cute, so who can criticize it? When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. It can't be the twins as the mascots because the twins are underage. Oh, okay, Stinger before the last mission? Hey, it's racism, man. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. What's going on in here? Hey, that's the same uniform as that other guy. Rogan and Soldier. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, Soldier. Oh boy. What are you? Have you lost your mind? Oh. Are you also Ascianed? We haven't seen the Ascians in quite a while. I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Wait a fucking second. Wait a fucking second. If an Ascian is in Xenos' body, is Xenos in this guy's body? Motherfucker was too stubborn. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Ah, it's so sick. That's so sick. Ah, Xenos, you're so cool. You were too stubborn to die, so you just got crammed into this guy's body. To the Xenos copter. Was that not the end of the... I just got the trophy for completing the patch. another emissary of the dawn. Alice might welcome some company. This is the last one? Okay. Xenos is gonna meet up with Tommy Dreamer and take care of Paul Heyman. Man, fuck Tommy Dreamer. I don't know if you've watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode where Tommy Dreamer is a talking head. That guy fucking sucks. I can't believe I like Paul Heyman more than him. Dude's a rape apologist. Among other things. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alpha Node. It's true, Tommy Dreamer has been hit in the head a lot. All wrestlers have been hit in the head a lot. That's why you've seen like 5 of them lately tweeting out fucking government controls hurricanes conspiracies lately. All of them NXT stars, weirdly. Which, I guess NXT is based in Florida, so a lot of those are Florida people. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. I'll put the kettle on, then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. OMG, girls' night. I'll say this much, Vince might be a fucking psycho, but once he was shown proof about CTA, he banned chair shots. That's true. He is a shrewd businessman, and did not always deliberately endanger his performers unless they pissed him off. Fucking Rob Black cut a guy's finger off because he didn't like the way he was doing business. So the bar for promoters is not all that high to begin with. Wait, are you, what are you? Have I been talking to you at all? You have a million things. I'll come back to you later. I was just curious what was in there, because I didn't remember the last time I actually gone through that door. That motherfucker knows shit? Interesting. Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Fuck! Oh, god damn it, game, why are you doing this to me? I want to go eat. I've been streaming for 3 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna do if I do a local has quests, I'm gonna do them off stream. It's fine. Okay, let me use the bathroom real quick, and then I'll see what this is. Because several cutscenes playing in sequence could be anything from 30 minutes to 2 hours. So, BRB. fucking giving me the trophy for finishing the patch, and then just giving me several cutscenes will play in sequence alert. What is this bullshit, Yoshi P? Can't believe this. This better be worth it. Alright. I have sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Unless my power goes out or the server disconnects or something. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right, they believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, it will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea. I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on etherology. Greetings. Could be that I'm in time for tea. Get out of here. No boys allowed. Certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. Voice acting, or... Still none, okay. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan crucially. That was the end of the sentence, not a further proper noun. Vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scroll was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, it is likely that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not in fact risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. I want, if things are gonna hit the fan with these several cutscenes in sequence, I want Xenos in his Alamegan body to just walk into the bar right now. Please. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation. However committed... Sorry, what? Freaky Friday 2 was announced today? I guess it is the era of way too late sequels to 80s movies. 80s and 90s movies. We just got Beetlejuice 2, and apparently that was really bad. So, I'm not too shocked. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian, and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphanode and Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope we did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Okay, here we go. On the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft LXXV. Okay, no more voice acting? Fine. I thought maybe, just maybe, with the fade to black, but... Master Alphanode, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I could see naught from my cabin, and was curious to see the land over which we flew. I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing the burn on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. Notice how Alpha Node is at perfect blowjob height for Maxima? Yeah, I noticed. I noticed, but you're the one who pointed it out, so let that stand on record. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. I believe it. I believe the succession of icon summonings was responsible, it is believed. When Emperor Solus first came to Othard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Uh-oh. Report. We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitech? But who? Ah! All cannons return fire. Damage report. Main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Yeah, so is Alpha Node. Damn it, they knew exactly where to hit us. All hands brace for impact. What the fuck is going on? This has to be Xenos in his Xenos copter, right? I said Magitech armor. Well, maybe. I don't know. Glad to have you back, Master Alpha Node. We've landed in one piece, more or less. The air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye. Excuse me? Are we gonna get to play as Alpha Node? I was gonna have a thought, like, wouldn't it be crazy if we played as Alpha Node for this, but I didn't think it was actually... Holy shit. Okay, we can do this now. Welcome to Shadowbringers? What does that mean? Also, wow. Good God, what do these even do? Sort pet hotbar. Oh, okay. Play as a brain-dead, stripped-down version of the Scholar class. Thank God, because if I had to play as a real Scholar right now, would not be a good time. Well, let's see what these buttons do. Okay, that's, heal? I've never played as any kind of caster, so... Okay, that's a bind. So this is my one damage spell. Well, this is cool as shit. I really like this. Oh, wounded soldier right there. I'm stupid. Revive the wounded soldier. Would that be... Ah. My thanks, I don't think I would have made it. So we have established the ability to play as other characters. I'm very excited for that. The prince. They've not come to parley, I fear. Ready your weapons. Oh, fine, I'll hit you. Feels a little bit finicky compared to what I'm used to. You guys want to give me a little help? I do have a heal. Can I heal while I'm running? I cannot. Hold on. Pardon me for 1 second. Okay. Whoa, Alpha Node's so strong, you guys. This is awesome. I really did not expect anything like this would be possible. Oh shit. But why? Confound it. Not here. Not like this. Oh? Who dat? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. Can I see that guy's face again? He looked kind of familiar. You're calm in a crisis, Master Alpha Node. Let us finish this then. Alright, back to it. Maybe. You look cool. Okay. Oh, selected an ally. Duh. I'm just vibing. This is really good. Oh shit. Yeah, no shit, he's stronger than me. He's probably going to be a major Shadowbringers character, if I had to guess. I do have a limit break. When should I use that? Now? Okay. actually spot that. Let's, oh, X, okay. Get Starstorm. Okay, well. I'm assuming there's not too much after this, because this seems very eventful. So whomst the fuck are you, and why did the Garleans attack the Garleans? Why, thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. I don't know who he reminds me of. I just had a vague inkling that he looked familiar. Well, well, I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir. I have some small history with your order. Is this guy a 1.0 character? Is it... By any chance? You have met him? Okay. Huh. Yeah, I can't place him. When I saw him, all I thought was like dark-skinned Nero. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants and the severity of your predicament? The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Ascian mask. Faces of our prey. Is this Gaius? This is a complete stab in the dark, but that's like the only thing I can think of for faces I don't know, but I would have met, who might be tangentially connected to both the Scions and Garlemald. I don't think I ever saw Gaius' face. Gaius exploded? Well, supposedly, allegedly. Did I see him explode? I only recall him being in the fire blast, not like actually. Huh. I mean, we literally just investigated a man who died and came back to life. Nothing is off the table. Several people died and came back to life in this particular patch cycle, so... He's brown, Gaius is from the whitest country ever. That's a... yeah, I guess. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe he's like Fordola, I don't know. That's my only guess right now. Must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer, Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. My name's Shadowhunter, and normal people scare me. I wonder if this Shadowhunter will be important in Shadowbringers. He is hunting it, not bringing it, that's true. That... Oh. Okay. That's a lot of Asian masks. Maybe he's kinda for real. Maybe he deserves that stupid name. Maybe. Did he kill Elidibus? I don't... Because when I see a white Asian mask, I think Elidibus, but I don't think so. Elidibus feels like a more major character. Ugh, this is intolerable. As much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alpha Node now but pray for his success. That last one isn't an Asian mask? Which one was it? What was it? Okay. Spoilers, alright. I guess I'll find out more about this mysterious character. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. But I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. I'll go with him for content. And how exactly would that be any better? Ahem. I must refuse your company as well, my friend. Formidable though you are, the success of my mission depends on moving unnoticed. Unless you forget, you have grown rather famous. I trust you understand. This is discrimination, Thancred. I will be suing. Ah, fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Lord, finally. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of the consequence. See that you notify me, too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Altenard vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Trust me, Ishtola, you will not be. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Rebecca. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alpha Node to share. I can't believe Shadowhunter is the man from Chaldea. I did it. I figured it out. Ponder. You wouldn't get it, Queequeg. Don't worry about it. It's been a journey. It's been an experience. 4.3 is over. First half of 4.4 sucks, but then it's peak. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I had Imperial Salute in my history because they force you to do that for one of the Stormblood MSQ. When you have to go around saluting to all those guys. And I pretty much never use my emotes unless MSQ tells me. So they stay in my history for a really long time. My only favorites are the Manderville dance and this one that I need to use for the fucking observation things that I see sometimes and forget to do. Well, that was 4.3. That was certainly the most eventful Stormblood post-patch thus far. We got several major deaths, several major undeaths. Mysterious characters, mysterious everything. I'm excited for Xenos to fuck shit up in his regular body a lot more than I am excited for the Asian Xenos, whatever he's gonna do. Now, I imagine we will be closing some of these plot threads in 4.4, 4.5, and 4.56. Otherwise, Shadowbringers is going to be massively cluttered with things going on. But I have heard nothing but good things about Shadowbringers, so I will trust. I will have faith that the story will be paced properly. So yeah, that was fun. That was cool. Thanks for coming, and thanks to those of you who helped get me through the trial. Dari, I think your name was, if you're still watching, thank you very much. Get a Twitch account so you can join in my chat. It's a good time. If you want. No pressure. Yeah. Next stream I do will be ad infinitum. Probably on Tuesday, unless I don't feel like it. That's not a very long game, so I should be able to finish it in like 2 streams, and then we'll move on to either Fear the Spotlight or perhaps a surprise. Perhaps a surprise. Raid Pat? Oh yeah, Pat did just come on, didn't he? And he's playing Metaphor ReFantasia. I don't care about spoilers for that. If you care about spoilers for Metaphor ReFantasia, jump out before I rate him. So yeah, that's all she wrote. It's been a good 3.5 hours, and now I will be going and getting dinner. Stick around, Raid Pat. Raids look better with more viewers. Raid. Pat. Stairs. At. Oh yeah, and as to when I'm going to stream 4.4, I don't know. Probably in November, because I have a couple things I really want to stream in Spooky Month. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright. Raid and Pat. 10 seconds. Goodbye, everybody.